Eu sei
Sounds so
alegre que
good.
sei triste, alegria é melhor.
Oh,
Coisa que existe assim como é luz de coração.
oh, it's so good.
So The Bride is about revival. What did it bring back to life inside of you?
I think it stepped me into rediscovering parts of myself that I didn't know yet, or that weren't maybe full yet, you know. Love, my mind, my body. And being born is no joke, you know. There's a level of awe when you get born, which is like lives on the precipice of something very beautiful and profound, but also very vulnerable. So you've like got strength and vulnerability constantly in tandem. And I think when you get to remember what that feeling is, it's kind of incredible, but also terrifying.
It brings back to life just an acceptance of the chaos of life, you know, the necessity for things not just to be ordered, precise, that it's kind of an entropy. You have to accept another side of life that is chaotic, and that's what The Bride really introduces to Frank. And he's desperately trying to struggle to keep up. He can't quite manage it. She's a little bit more hardcore than he is, but he just admires and loves the hell out of her, and he wants to try to cling on.
And as Myrna, you know, and her character fighting for other women and for herself to be seen, to be heard, to be respected, to be allowed to exist, which is like the extreme case of The Bride. You know, it's always very inspiring to be able to give a voice and give life to a character like that is fighting for those values.
You know, I think making this movie, I felt terror all the time. It never kept me from doing or pushing, but it was there. And I think terror is actually making me just now, as I thought about it and think about like a horror movie. This isn't only a horror movie, but there's aspects of horror, there's aspects of terror, and they're so interesting in terms of pushing you to wake up, like you say, pushing you through something scary, like a birth, into something new.
And Gothic classics are clearly really popular right now with The Bride, Frankenstein, and The Wuthering Heights. Why do you think they're working so well right now?
Do you think this is a Gothic classic?
I think it's based, but it's not. It's like a reinvention of all of this. Take like this theme and bring so many new things to it.
I think it's something new. Maybe there's aspects of Gothic in it, but I think it's almost like hard to categorize this movie.
And you are a reference in acting, and in the movie, Frank looks up to an actor to shape who he wants to become. I want to know who guided you and who still guides you in your own journey.
For me, it's no one particular person. I mean, definitely Gary Oldman was always one of the people that I admired most, but it's too much pressure to put on one person. For me, it's moments. You know, one of my favorite moments in movie history is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, when he's saying, "At least I tried, damn it." And I always misquote that, but it's become my quote for that bit. I more look to certain moments instead of viewing one person as a complete sort of hero, whether it be in life or in acting. I look to people for people who have done heroic or amazing things, and I focus on that.
And your characters fight against the social expectations, but in a different way that The Bride and Frank. What makes their rebellion unique?
At least for my character, for Myrna, she has a very big conflict because she starts just with, this is my mission now, I have to get these monsters, they're dangerous, we have to get rid of them. But when she sees them, when she sees their eyes and she sees the way they are being looked at by the other people, she realizes that they have more values and a bigger heart than most of the people that she meets every day. And then there is this real huge conflict of I wanna catch them, but almost to help them, and that's my secret.
But I think I'm thinking about Harvey Keitel and Thelma and Louise when I was doing this movie. There's like a growing sense of admiration and respect that he has for them. The longer that goes, which is really great coming from Harvey Keitel in that movie. I think it's definitely a performance that I thought about when I was doing this one.
And the movie show also that the movies can shape a life of people. Do you remember any movie that changed you that way?
I think about Trainspotting and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. How about you?
One of my favorite ever films is a French film called Les Mondes du Pont Neuf. by Leos Carax. I mean, talk about kind of misfits, people that are living on the edge of society.
It's a good comp for this movie.
Yeah.
Lovers on the Bridge, yeah.
I had multiple, you know. I mean, the movie Watership Down when I was a kid, that one, I couldn't get enough of it. Watched it again and again. As I've gotten older, a lot of Monty Python stuff, a lot of very silly things. Mike Leigh's Naked has always been a big one there for me.
And Frankenstein is made from different pieces.
Yeah.
Which pieces did you put together to build your own version?
Yeah, bits of Karloff, bits of Mary Shelley's book. Very much Sid Vicious in his white jacket walking down the steps in My Way was one of the big examples. Richie Manick from the Manic Street Preachers cutting himself for real. Those were some of my models.
And the movie sets on the 30s. Why did you choose this specific time and setting?
It's kind of 30s by way of 1980s downtown New York, by way of right now. But the 30s aspect of it came because I wanted Frank to have his primary relationship in the movie, because he's so lonely and so alienated, to be with a movie star. And that, of course, Frank loves and feels that he knows the movie star, but the movie star doesn't know him. And I thought the movies from the 30s, which are so based in fantasy, the beauty, the dresses, the lighting, the dancing, it's such a beautiful thing to bounce my real human, even monstrous characters against. Because a lot of the movie is about that. What if you don't fit into the fantasy? What if you don't fit into your box? There's space for you here, you know, in this movie.
É melhor
Sounds
ser
so
alegre que
good.
ser triste, alegria é melhor.
Oh,
Coisa que existe assim como a luz de coração.
oh, it's so good. Already Portuguese.
That's perfect. I love that. Yeah, it's really good.
Let him believe it. It was perfect.